Welcome back, everyone. Junior Gold Championships 2022 here from Grand Rapids. Carolyn Doran-Ballard, Mike Flanagan here with you for the U18 girls and boys coming up for us right here in front of our eyes.
Right here. We're nowhere better to be than right here for the U18, the finale of the Junior Gold Championship TV series.
Yeah, we start with the U18 girls, and there's no reason for us to introduce. Let's turn it over to the in-house announcer, Rob Gottschall.
Are being brought to you by our gold partners, Bowling.com, Brunswick, CDE Software, Dexter, I Am Bowling, Kegel, Pepsi, Motiv, Roto Grip, and Storm. With a few VIPs joining us this evening, and I'd like to recognize them at this time. Please welcome the USBC President, Ms. Melissa McDaniel. The IBC Youth Chair, Chrissy Kent. Junior Team USA Head Coach and USBC Hall of Famer, Kelly Hewlett. The CEO of Bowling.com, Ben Dodson. And the owners of I Am Bowling, powered by Logo Infusion, Kathy and Ken Keegan. I'd like everybody to please put their hands together for Jason Butler and his staff here at Fairlanes for their hospitality and support of the Junior Gold Championship. And I also have one very special guest that I'd like to introduce this evening. This gentleman is responsible for bringing the Junior Gold Championships to the Grand Rapids area this week. He is the president of the Western Michigan Sports Commission. Please welcome Mike Gusweiler. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the players competing for the 2022 Junior Gold Championships in the girls under 18 division. In our opening match, she's a two-time Junior Gold champion. She won the 2018 and 2019 U15 girls division from Ball Ground, Georgia, Annalise O'Brien. Our number 2 seed this evening, she was the event's overall high qualifier. She became the youngest at 17 years old to win a PWBA title when she won the 2021 PWBA Bowl TV Classic from Stowe, Ohio, Jillian Martin. And our top seed, who is undefeated in match play this evening, she hails from Powder Springs, Georgia. Please put your hands together for Erin Klemenchik. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Junior Gold Tournament team, we'd like to thank all the parents, families, and spectators for their support of the 2022 Junior Gold Championships. Please put your hands together for yourselves. Bowling fans, just a reminder, please silence your cell phones to prevent any distractions to our athletes. Jillian Martin has elected to start the match. She will do so on the left lane. How about a round of applause as we get underway with our opening match here in the U18 Girls Division at the 2022 Junior Gold Championships.
All right, a lot of great announcements going on here. Appreciate that to Mr. Rob Gottschall, our new in-house announcer. He's been the voice on a lot of live streams lately here on Bowl TV, doing a great job. Get things started here with Jillian Martin here on the left lane. Jillian Martin taking on Annalise O'Brien here in the first match. And again, the winner goes on to take on Erin Kolminsik. True double elimination format here. Erin will have to lose twice.
Great come-out shot by Jillian. And on her next shot on the right lane, we will talk just a little bit about the changes that I see in Jillian's game.
Here is Annalise O'Brien. Annalise 18, Jillian 17. Annalise from Ball Ground, Georgia. She's a senior. In high school, she's homeschooled.
Traditional game by Annalise. Love her game. Of course, I love all these girls' games because why? They're fundamentals. Look how strong. It's simple. They keep it very simple. One of the other things, you know, that I notice and I try to really emphasize is the fact, especially with the women, look how successful both of these women are. They're not trying to overpower the lane. They're not trying to overhook it. They're not trying to create this left turn on the back end, right? That's what the condition is calling for, and it's been very productive all week long.
The talent in the U18 division is outstanding. Both of these players, highly decorated youth careers thus far. And you're going to see two different styles here tonight. You're going to see Jillian Martin. She's able to make the ball hook off the end of the pattern. Annalise is going to be way more direct here throughout the show. Jillian, obviously one of the most highest decorated youth athletes that we've ever seen on the ladies' side of things. She does have a PWBA title already.
So like I said on this next shot, one of two things that I notice about Jillian right here, much more still at the foul line, not a lot of upper body movement. If you remember, if you go to look at a video of her a year ago, a little more upper body movement, much more steady, much more still. Also with the open hand, allowing herself to be up the back of it a little more and control that mid lane and back end reaction.
Jillian nursing a little bit of a leg injury. We saw that come up during match play. You notice she's wearing the leg sleeve. I don't know what they call that exactly. A little bit of knee pain, I believe it is.
Yes, her dad was telling me about it, and I don't think he was sure what it was. Maybe just, you know, twinged it a little bit or something.
Well, she bowls a lot. She bowls often. Took 26 games just to get to the double elimination match play bracket. Across 6 different patterns, a 7th in match play and an 8th here tonight. She led the field, averaging 209.
Got the ball into the swing. Wow, she got that ball into the swing really quick. Just loses it at the bottom. One of the other things is that her backswing is not as high. It's a little bit lower, but gosh, it's so smooth. Once it goes up, it just drops down. I mean, it really is a beautiful game. Just got a little quick on that shot. Waited on that one just a little bit more. Much better shot.
Covers a spare. She, of course, has been coached by William Clark. Her coach has really helped her out. William Clark has been here all week at Junior Gold. The last 2 weeks, actually, has been here helping out his players. Annalise has been just absolutely rock solid as well. And she's going to attack the lanes a lot like we saw Anna Callan in our U20. And she's going to attack the lanes a lot like how we saw Avery attack the lanes also. Using a ball with some surface.
Right, much more direct. Doesn't like to open up the lane a lot, but she can when she has to. But this is her preferred shot making right here, where she can be just a little bit more firm. She can keep the ball in front of her and play her A game. Annalise
comes from a bowling family. Her dad, Doug, competes out on the PBA 50 tour. Great bowler. Also, her mom, Tammy, is here as well. And she wanted to actually give a shout out to all the PBA 50 players out there. I actually saw her at the Villages. She was out there repping some of the players. Loves bowling.
Right here, same look, 4 shots in a row. If you've noticed, all of our telecasts playing the same part of the lane. Similarities from U12 to U15 to U18. And again, repeatability.
Beautiful shot by Jillian Martin.
Jillian using a ball with a little less surface, a little bit cleaner, but still, look at how it just, the smooth motion off the back. And we've seen that throughout, even with the USA Bowling and starting with the U12. Nobody was really throwing bowling balls that made a left turn or a right turn, right? We had a couple of left-handers. Everything has been that mid-lane, smooth motion, controllable. Why? Flatter patterns, tougher patterns. You don't want to create a lot of angle.
Jillian Martin with a double now up on the board. Clean through 5 frames. Trails in the match, but you just got to love this ball reaction. No doubt about that one. This is a premier matchup here in the youth ranks. You come to Junior Gold, you face a big field. You're one of the favorites to make the show. Jillian hasn't made the show. She makes this one here. Annalise, same situation.
Oh, wow, got that one a little left to target, but look at this. Watch. More right to left, just a little bit. Gets it to 10-11. Wow.
Reminds me of our last show getting started out.
I was just going to say that. Similar ball motion. Same shot as all the others. She's not making the left lane look tough. Neither is Jillian after her last shot on the left lane.
With that strike there, Jillian bowling a great game. She can max at 266, but currently she's trailing the match by 34 pins.
But still, great shot, not trying to overhook the lane. A lot of people think Jillian really, I mean, yes, she likes to hook the lane, but this is how versatile she really is. I mean, she needs to close up those angles. Again, why? We're bowling on a sport condition that's flatter. We don't know this is a guess, just a guess. It's looked the same or close the last, you know, few telecasts. So they've all been watching. I think they've gotten a good read on how this pair plays.
This is just left to target off her hand.
Yep. Left got around that one just a little bit. Leaves a 3, 6, 9, 10.
She was left to your tracer down lane, that right tracer. You like when the players are just a little right of that tracer.
Yep, 8, 9, 10.
That's not an easy spare on
No.
a flat condition.
No, never.
Trying to cover that sleeper pin, the 9 in the back.
You need to throw your strike ball, make sure it hooks to take out that 9 in the back. I mean, I do see people use their spare ball, but I don't know. Every time there's a sleeper, I just feel like the strike ball, especially if you're using reactive or, you know, even if you are using your thing, just getting that little bit of motion to hook into that 9 pin to take it out.
String of strikes comes to an end for Annalise in the 7th.
Good leverage. Gets that thumb out of the ball first, allowing her hand. That ball comes right off her palm. Great rotation. She'll change to a spare ball, shoot straight at it. Annalise with also that high backswing, but again, no muscle at all. Once it goes up, it just drops down.
Annalise O'Brien in this large field here this week. After 26 games, came in 8th overall, made her way through the bracket, qualified for tonight's show. Wow, nice break there. Left to target, very similar to Jillian's shot on the left lane. But able to get 10 up on the board.
And Annalise likes to get the ball into the lane very soon. So once she missed left, remember what we've heard about this left lane. Hooks a little bit earlier, right? Not as forgiving. So as soon as that ball hit the lane and she missed a little left, it picked up.
Jillian can still max out at 242. Annalise going at a 249 pace. Oh, disaster for Jillian Martin. That wasn't that bad of a shot.
No, looked a little bit slow and a little left. I mean, just, you know, right there you could see it. About 10, 11, down lane. Got a bad break. That was more of a 4-pin type shot. Leaves the 410.
All right, Carolyn, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Does Jillian Martin remind you of any PWBA stars from when you competed?
I think her ball roll, when she actually is not as up the back of it, getting on the side of it a little more, her ball roll, probably Tammy Turner, without a doubt. Tammy had a little bit of a higher backswing, but Tammy, again, no muscle, just smooth and free off the hand. Her thumb cleared it really quickly, just like that. But again, she's trying to be a little more up the back of it right now because that's what the lanes call for. But when she's inside and getting around it just a little bit, that side rotation is definitely more like a Tammy Turner.
It's the exact name I was thinking as well. Nice messenger there on the 10. So Jillian can finish out at 219 unless something polarizing happens here. Annalise O'Brien is going to advance to the championship match.
Right there, you see how that ball gets into lane clean? I mean, she gets that ball into the lane. Watch, right here. I mean, it's into the lane immediately. Left inside of target. Her better shots at the beginning of this game were a little bit further out onto the lane and a little more direct. Still got a break. Leaves the, I believe it's the 3-6-10. I didn't even see what you left, but is it 3-6-10?
Yeah.
Thank you, 3-6-10, yeah.
Covers that up. Of course, the winner goes on to face Aaron Klemensick. Our #1 seed must be defeated twice. So Jillian can strike out for 219. Annalise at 219 right now needs 1 pin. We can go ahead and call this one now. She will be bowling for the title officially. Back half of this game, ball reaction has not been great. Execution off a little bit. Couple shots high, and now that one gave a little bit of room, and look what happened.
I actually liked that one a little bit better. It looks like she threw it a little bit harder. I'm not sure if that's going to give her a read or not. And again, it's on the left lane. So you have that little bit of early hook. It's a little bit tighter down lane. To me, use the ball speed and stay on top of it as long as you can.
2:35 the final score for Annalise. You see the exchange. Jillian's going to go ahead and finish up here. Jillian did everything she pretty much needed to do this week, you know, leading the field. She had a little over 120 pin lead, 121 pins she led by, made her way through the bracket, experienced the one loss, fought her way to get on the show. She looks like she may be in a little bit of pain, or it could just be frustration.
Well, it's been a long week, and we've touched on this. I mean, it's a long week, 4 different patterns. Then you have the 2 other rounds, advancers rounds, 2 different patterns. Then you get in match play, another pattern. I do think they are mentally exhausted, especially when you're not throwing a lot of strikes and you're throwing 2 balls of frame. It can become even more mentally exhausted. So by the end of the week, you know, they could. I think these younger players don't get as physically exhausted, but probably more mentally exhausted because a lot of them work out. They're trained to bowl a lot. So I don't know.
Jillian wanted me to give a shout out to her mom and dad, Lori and John, of course, her great uncle Dan, and of course Grandpa Jack and Grandma Julie, and all the help she gets from her support group.
This week's Junior World Championship. Annalise moves on to face Aaron in our title match. We're going to bring Aaron over for a few practice shots. We'll be underway in just a few moments.
Okay, folks, that's going to do it for our first match. Championship match coming up. Remember, Aaron must be defeated twice. We'll have that championship match for you uninterrupted when we come back here on Bowl TV.
Ever since the 1890s, when Brunswick first got into bowling, we've always had the passion and we've always tried to create and innovate new products. Bowlers' interests are always changing, whether it's ball color, ball motion, lane conditions, and performance. At Brunswick, we always try to improve performance and discover new colors to meet those bowlers' tastes. Whether it's outstanding performance, beautiful colors, or just how it feels in your hands, Brunswick is bowling.
Getting motivated to me is being the best that I can be, not just in bowling, but in life in general. What drives me is to be the greatest player that's ever played the game. That's ultimately the goal. You can't ever reach a goal if you don't set it. So if I set myself up to try to be the greatest player that there ever was, if I miss that goal by a little bit, I'm still gonna have a pretty good career. Get motivated.
Professional tournaments. We won a lot of tournaments worldwide. I mean, we won more in the last 10 years worldwide than any company. We make good bowling balls, and good players use our bowling balls because they can win with them.
I'm swimming in my head. I've been dreaming on the air. Gotta follow what I know. Visions in the night. Captivated by the light. I'm surrounded by the glow.
back, everybody. Junior Gold. CDB, Mike Flanagan here with you. We got our championship match coming up in the U18 girls. Erin Kolminsick, I think, she obviously is going to come over to this pair. Have you watched her bowl a lot?
I just watched her this week a little bit, and then I watched her here on the warm-up pair. She's going to definitely be playing the lanes, I think, even a little bit straighter than Annalise, maybe even a little bit further right.
Okay.
She is, I have not, here on the practice pair, and right now watching her, I don't see her throwing a ball with any surface on it. It's a pretty shiny ball. So I don't know if that's her game plan, to play possibly the hold that's developed. She's throwing a phase 2, so that's a middle of the lane, ball that actually is very continuous through the back end. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. They'll be close to the same area, but she might be just a little bit further right than Annalise. Reason being is, if Annalise continues to use the ball with a lot of surface, it may force her either to the right or to the left of her.
Yeah, absolutely. Certainly could. And if she ends up being to the right, Annalise's ball path could create a little bit of a problem if she misses left.
Well, here's the other thing. We saw on the last few shows, when you got that ball to 5-6, there was some recovery.
There was.
It could play to Erin's advantage. I mean, that could. You never know. I mean, she knows it's out there. It depends on whether she gets far enough right.
Yep. Let's see. It looks like they are ready to go here.
Erin has elected to start the match. How about a round of applause for these two athletes as we begin the championship match of the U18 girls division here at the Junior Gold Championship.
So here we go. Championship match. Erin has to be defeated twice. Erin averaged 196.58 for her 26 games, which qualified her into the bracket in 11th. Oh my. Try to take a look and see what happened here.
Got her ball into the swing rather quick, but just seems like she lost it right off her hand.
Can we see that one more time? Is that possible?
Ever since
Get motivated.
Sorry about that, JT.
It's okay. Never mind.
It's the first time I've asked for that.
Let's just chalk that first one up to first shot on TV, right?
Yeah, let's do that. And let's
good.
also acknowledge the camaraderie between
Right there.
both players.
So right there,
There it is.
almost like it falls off her hand, just double dribbled and right into the gutter. So I think that was just a bad shot. But she came back with the spare, which is not easy to do.
Ball looks like it's going a little further down the lane now.
Just a little bit longer right here. Just not quite high flush as when she started the first match. Again, fresh surface on the ball. It's got some lane shine on it now. This is where, I don't think the moves are drastic, but I did like the move maybe, again, simple. Keep the angles the same. 1 and 1 right? Keep the same ball direction. We know that if you hit that 5-6 board, it had some recovery. You're not looking for anything tricky.
So all even after one frame. A little different way to get there each way, though.
Now, interesting, Annalise doesn't wipe off her bowling ball. I just noticed that.
Great shot there by Annalise on the left lane.
Hasn't changed anything. I think she has the right moves on this left lane. Keep it more direct, keep it more up and at him to the pocket. because that left lane can be so tricky.
Klemensic with a strike in the second. How about that? Gutter spare strike.
Much more direct. She's playing around, really, she's starting laying that ball down around 5-6, playing more right to left, hitting that 8-9 down lane, mixing them up. Ball with a little bit less surface. Allowing her to play the lanes a little bit more direct.
Well, I'm impressed, Carolyn.
Right here, same shot as on the right lane, tapping that head pin and blowing out that 4-5-7. Light hits on the left lane have been very good.
You know, both of these players are from the Atlanta area. Ball Ground, Georgia for Annalise. Aaron from Powder Springs, Georgia.
Annalise keeping up her ball speed. Again, got that one just a little bit left. Watch this. I bet you it hits the tracer.
Right over
Look
it.
at that. So anywhere from that 8, 9, 10 to 11 area, angles, that means your angles in the front are pretty darn good. You're going to see that a lot out of the ladies. Do you ever wonder how towns get their name, like Powder Springs?
Sounds like a great
Or-
place to live and
or-
sleep for about a month.
Or Ball Ground?
It's pretty good.
Got that ball into the lane a little bit sooner than she has been. And as you can see, got that ball in. And on the left lane, there is no forgiveness. Leaves herself to 3-6. I have to make sure of what the leave is before it. Yes, 3-6.
Beautiful.
Very impressive after that first frame. She has just come back. Right here, gets a little left of target. Look at this. Holds the line, high flush. We have ourselves a match.
Looking to close it out in one. Second a hook.
Whoa, light shaker. Now I'm gonna point this out. How many matches have we watched and we kept saying every time they got it to that 5-6 board, the ball hooked up, right? But how many people actually moved to the right?
None.
Never got right of 8. What is she doing?
She's
Getting
right
it out
at
to
8.
5-6.
Yep.
And look at this. So obviously there was something there.
There's hook off the gutter.
Well, that's not the gutter. The true gutter is 1, 2, 3. Let's just say a little left of the gutter at 5-6. Well, I guess modern day 5 is the gutter, right? Good comeback shot by Elise. Has a little more forgiveness on this right lane, a little bit more hold. Right here gets a little high, but trips that 4 out. Left lane, not as forgiving, as we have said.
Max score 290 for Aaron. Annalise. It's the bull 268. A lot of pin action on that one.
Much better shot by Annalise, gets the light hit. And I'm telling you, I think the light hit has been the way to go on this left lane. Right there, no 4.57 there. Switching to a urethane ball to shoot the spare.
Both players can max at 268.
You heard that one double dribble a little bit, got it into the lane just a little quick.
Boy, you don't miss anything. That was a double dribble.
Goes a little forward at the end, leaving the flat 10. It's okay, it's spareable. I do see with our U18 boys warming up over here.
Just got a little noisy.
Well, and Carter Street, I just saw throw a couple out there at 5.6 just to see what's going on.
The upcoming, you're not going to want to miss it. Carter Street, our number 3 seed. Hayden Terrace, our number 2 seed. And Brandon Bone, our number 1 seed in our U18 boys coming up.
And one thing that, you know, over the years when I had the pleasure of commentating for the PWBA, you know, and I bowled, and then also now with the other tour, the women are good lane reads. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
The rev rates are more like the majority of bowlers, not the high rev like on the men's tour. So people can relate to what they're watching right now just a little bit more because they can do this.
Uh-oh. 2-4-8-10 for Annalise.
Yeah, that ball just never read it. Watch this. Just never makes the turn. Gets it just a little right down lane. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I wish I had my, I keep reaching for the screen like I'm going to hit it with the marker. Bad break, leaving the 2-4-8-10.
Yeah, ball just never got into
No.
the roll to read, which could have been a little quick, could have been a little miss at the bottom, something we couldn't pick up with our eyes up here. All right, so that changes things a little bit here with the open frame in the 7th, a max score of 232 for Annalise O'Brien. 257 still left out there for Aaron.
I'm going to have to ask Annalise what she's putting on her thumb. If she rubs it on the top and then the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Might be like a little bit of rosin or something. Little more ball speed. And I was going to say that on the right lane, but that lane, definitely a little bit more ball speed. Ball never read it. See how it's getting further down the lane by at least another foot, leaving the 2-8-10. Again, we're getting into the 7th, 8th frame championship match. You got to make sure to just maintain your, you know, your heart rate. You get a little anxious because in the last match, it was a little smoother into the lane. Do you remember how I said she got the ball into the lane early?
Back-to-back two-pin combination leaves for Annalise O'Brien, coming at the worst time in the 7th and the 8th frame. Only 2:11 left. Erin now kind of on cruise control here. Fill some frames. She's going to take this down.
Good shot off her hand. Coming in a little light. Leaving the 7-pin. Good shot, very direct. I'll tell you, way up the back of it, just that little bit of rotation. I can see why she bowled so well on the sport patterns, right? Not a lot of fluctuation in the front part of the lane. I wanted to say making all her spares, but I wanted to wait till she shot at it before I said anything. So I don't want to be accused.
That thing just barely held on.
Yes, so I waited because when I saw it go a little left, I went, not going to say it. That's excellent.
Erin going at a 226 pace if she is clean. The rest of the way, that's a spare strike pace, of course. 211 the max for Annalise. Erin up in the 9th.
Obviously, we're seeing a little transition because that did not look like a bad shot. Maybe just missed it just a little bit, but my goodness, come on. These are tough patterns. Still a good shot. Getting a little tighter. And again, maybe just a little anxious, right? Stay there, fill your frames, and you're in good shape.
Very nice spare. All Erin is going to need is count, and that's if Annalise strikes out. Ball hits both pins. Perfect.
Ball change here for Annalise. Definitely has a little less surface on it.
Good ball change. Also, looks like the ball speed was better too.
Yep, absolutely. She's keeping up her ball speed, and I think that other ball was just going to look too long. It just wasn't picking up. A little bit cleaner, conserves a little more energy.
So Annalise can strike out here for 211, okay? If Erin were to go 8-8-0, for instance, that would give her 202, right? In the 9th, and 8 would be 10. So Annalise could win by a pin.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Or any other combinations, a Greek church, a washout, things like that.
Two excellent shots with the ball change by Annalise. Again, just a testament to these bowlers that make the show. They know their equipment. They know the moves they need to make. They're paying attention to ball motion. They're also paying attention to the matches before them, just in case there's a characteristic to each lane.
All right, she's giving herself a chance.
Right here, looks just like the shot prior to it on the right lane, coming in just a little light. Low in the rack.
One of my favorite movies of all time has a famous line, so you're telling me there's a chance. Annalise can at least force good count here.
Well, yeah, because if she goes, I believe she needs at least 9, correct?
Yeah.
Help me, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
4 of the best shots of the game right there in the 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Keeping her mental game in check, making the ball change, committing to it.
So 210 the score. 211 the magic number for Erin. And that's enough.
Wow. Coming in just a little bit light. Look at this. Goes from the 2-4-5 to the 2 pin. And just enough for the win.
Erin Klumensick is your champion here in the girls U18 here at Junior Gold 2022 here in Grand Rapids. Well earned.
Oh my gosh, yes.
A clean game with a gutter.
Wait a minute, and don't think I'm not going to ask her about it. Because now that she won, I'm going to look at her and go, okay, come on, let's get it out of the way. Monkey in the room, right?
That's right.
Elephant in the room, monkey in the room, who cares?
How about 10
very
back
good
on the
shot.
fill?
Excellent shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2022 U18 Girls Champion, Erin Klumensick.
What a performance by Erin. Here in just a moment after pictures are taken, Carolyn Dornbauer is going to go down and get an interview
Also, how about a round of applause
with our champion.
for two-time Junior Gold champion Annalise O'Brien on a runner-up finish.
Annalise, of course, has won Junior Gold twice. Erin also wanted me to mention that her dad, Joe, and mom, Kathy, who are here, and brother, Ethan, who also bowled Junior Gold this year, are her support system. And she appreciates all they do for her bowling game. Of course, she was on the 2021-22 Team USA development team, junior team. Looking to follow in her favorite bowlers' footsteps, Liz Johnson and Kelly Kulik, who is actually here in the front row and got to witness this here today. Another note I had here on the bio sheet from Erin was she's a huge Chicago Blackhawks fan. Her and her dad Joe, big Blackhawks fans from Chicago. I said, Blackhawks fan? They're from Georgia. How does that work?
Hey, I don't have my headset on.
But I'm a
Can I
Blues
say
fan.
something?
Yeah, you want to come in and say something, CDB, before you go down there?
Can I
What do you
say
got?
something?
Yeah.
I don't really want to talk about myself, but you know what my husband just texted me?
What's that?
He says, I'm going to tell you that girl deserved to win. She bowled phenomenal, and she reminds me of a young CDB. Nothing flashy, but repeats and gets the job done. And you know what? She does.
I love it.
She's going to be in the PWBA Hall of Fame one day. Actually, they both are.
I think they both will as well.
I do. I love it. See? Everybody, you don't have to have a 520 rev rate to be a great bowler. You saw it right here. Okay, let me go talk to Erin.
This is going to be a great interview. Carolyn's all fired up on this one. Folks, on tap, our final show of Junior Gold here from Grand Rapids. We've got our #1 seed Brandon Bone, the #2 seed Hayden Terrace, and the #3 seed Carter Street coming up here in just a moment. You're on Bowl TV. That show will start in about 20 minutes. I've got 2 bowling ball giveaways I'm going to do as well. I will do the first one after CDB's interview. And then another one before we come back for the boys' final.
Come on over here. Come on over here.
Let's throw it down to Carolyn, who's standing by with our champion.
18 U18 girls champion. Erin, we're going to get the elephant out of the room right now, okay? Before we talk about your awesome performance. The first frame, what was the first shot? And you're smiling, so it's going to be a good story. Go ahead.
I just hit my foot. It was kind of bad timing, mixed with like nerves, I guess, everything. But I brought it back, so that's all that matters.
You threw an absolutely phenomenal shot at the spare, so we knew you were on the road to success from there. Now, one of the things that you did, and we've been watching this, is that you moved further right. We have seen that there's been some hook around the 5-6 area. Did you choose that because no one else was further right?
I just chose it because I had a good shot there, and I didn't want to do any drastic changes, and I figured just stick with it, make minor adjustments, and just hit the head pin.
Well, you have a very simple game, which you absolutely love. Great fundamentals, great spare shooter. What was the key to your success this week?
Just staying focused, staying like each shot, and not worrying about like the next frame, next game, and making spares.
Excellent. Well, congratulations. I think you bowled awesome. Good luck in the future. Mike, back to you.
Thank you, Carolyn. Erin Klemenczyk,
Okay.
your champion. All right, folks, Bowl TV. You guys love it. The community, you guys all love these bowling ball giveaways. I probably need to give you the instructions on how you can win because a few folks were asking that are new subscribers. I forget that sometimes. You want to make sure your screen is minimized and you're not in the full screen mode. There's going to be a pop-up on the left-hand side of your screen. If you do not see it once I tell you, please refresh your browser. There's going to be a button that comes up. I call it Cyan from the old Crayola 64 color pack. It's a electric blue type of looking color, or aqua. You click submit entry and you'll have a chance to win this Roto Grip bowling ball of choice from our friends at Roto Grip. And here comes the giveaway right now. Good luck, everybody. The giveaway has been started. There is a countdown on your screen. And we're going to give away that Roto Grip bowling ball of choice. A lot of great products from Roto Grip available. And you get to pick any ball of choice. And folks, before we come back from the boys here in about 15 minutes, I'm going to do another bowling ball giveaway, and that's going to be from our friends at Storm. Thank you to Roto Grip and Storm for being sponsors of Junior Gold. And thank you to all the sponsors of Junior Gold. You see them up and down the lanes there during the telecast. Nick Hoagland oiling the lanes. About 20 more seconds, and you'll have an opportunity to submit that entry for this Roto Grip bowling ball of choice. Again, we can't thank you enough for being subscribers here at Bowl TV. We love bringing you the bowling action. Don't forget, on tap here next week, we've got more coverage for you. Brian Kane and I will be in Hammond, Indiana, bringing the PBA 50 tour to you this week, and then also the Lucy Striking Against Breast Cancer doubles will be coming up right here on Bowl TV this week. Craig Elliott, Jason Thomas on the call there. So about 30 seconds left on that submitting of the entry to win a Roto Grip ball of your choice. Carolyn's come back. She's interested in this, winning this bowling ball.
How do I enter?
You hit the submit entry button on the screen as a Bowl TV subscriber. We're about to announce that winner.
I think everybody should be told they're awesome at least once in their lifetime, for God's sake.
I agree. Here we go. Kevin Litzen, congratulations. You won a Roto Grip ball of choice. And like I said, before we come on for the U18 boys final, we'll give away a Storm bowling ball of choice. Again, congratulations, and thank you again to our friends at Roto Grip.
Idle Cosmos, Idle Cosmos.
There you go.
Just saying.
Carolyn, you're more than welcome to stay here and talk to the Bowl TV community, but I'm getting out of here for a little bit.
Okay.
We'll be back in about 10 or 15 minutes with that ball giveaway, okay?
Okay, you got it. Take care, everybody.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's our final championship round of the 2022 Junior Gold Championships. First, we'd like to start by thanking the United States Bowling Congress and the Bowling Proprietors Association of America for their support of youth bowling. The 2022 Junior Gold Championships are brought to you by our gold partners, Bowling.com, Brunswick, CDE Software, Dexter, I Am Bowling, Kegel, Motiv, Roto and Storm. There's also some people in the crowd that I'd like to recognize before we begin this evening's stepladder finals. First, please welcome USBC President Melissa McDaniel. IBC Youth Chair Chrissy Kent. Junior Team USA Head Coach and USBC Hall of Famer Kelly Kuehling. The CEO of Bowling.com, Ben Dodson. And the owners of I Am Bowling, powered by Logo Infusion, Kathy and Ken Keegan. We'd also like to thank Jason Butler here and his staff at Fair Lanes for their hospitality of all our championship rounds, as well as the qualifying for the past 2 weeks of the events. Put your hands together for Jason and his staff. And as I mentioned earlier, we'd like to thank this gentleman very much. He's the reason why we're here in the Grand Rapids area. We've had a tremendous 2 weeks. Please welcome the president of the Western Michigan Sports Commission, Mike Gusweiler. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the finalists in our boys under 18 2022 Junior Gold Championship stepladder. In our opening match, he was the high qualifier through qualifying this week. He's from Dublin, Ohio. Please welcome Carter Street. And his opponent, he's our number 2 seed in our stepladder. He's from Bettsville, Ohio, Hayden Terrace. And our top seed, he's looking to defend his title as he won the 2021 Junior Gold Boys Under 18 Division in Indianapolis last year. He's from Jackson, New Jersey, Brandon Bone. Ladies and gentlemen, I have one additional thank you, and I'd like a nice round of applause goes to Mr. Gary Brown, his staff at the IBC Youth, as well as the 100 volunteers and staff that worked this week from all over the country to put on this great championship. So put your hands together for Gary and his team. All right, Hayden has elected to have Carter start the match. Bowling fans, let's give these players a great send-off as we begin the semifinal match here in the U18 Boys Junior Gold Championship.
Mike Flanagan, Carolyn Doran Ballard here with you for our championship round here of the U18 Boys. We've got Carter Street taking on Hayden Terrace here, CDB. Here we go. This is our last broadcast of Junior Gold 2022. Let's make it a good one.
So what do you think I'm thinking right now as we're starting this match? Because, you know, what do I always talk about?
Well, I think you're thinking about what's their lane play strategy.
Absolutely. So Hayden has Carter, great shot, comes out, right? I do think for the right-handers, I think the left lane is the one that's been tricky, correct?
Yep.
For the left-handers, it's been the left lane. He'll finish on the left lane.
Yep. And we've got 2 different strategies here. We got Carter using reactive, at least on the left lane so far. He's using track stealth, I believe it is. And then on the right lane, we've got a purple hammer, urethane, lefty versus righty here. Brandon Bone, our top seed. He's also left-handed. So Carter's going to have the lanes all to himself. Here's Hayden Terrace.
Just a little bit high and collapses in the big 4.
A lot of rev rate on this show.
Kind of hits up on it a little bit at the bottom, more so than everybody else, although I'm going to watch his next shot because he's usually a little bit cleaner, but he may be doing that to play the lanes a certain way as well.
We got a big crowd here at Fairlanes.
Yes, we do. Much smoother shot. Watch this one. Thumb out of the ball first and just get around it. Using urethane. Comfortable, can stay on top of the condition. Obviously, you can have 2 left-handers on this show. They will see transition as well as Carter, now the only right-hander.
Yeah, Carter led all qualifiers before match play, plus 519, average 219.96.
Carter on the practice pairs playing a little bit further out, but right here we see the track area where everybody has played except for Aaron, who played it a little bit further right. Great reaction.
Hayden Terrace, to put things in perspective, was 14th overall, getting into the top 16. Hayden averaged 207.85, so Carter out-averaged Hayden through 26 games by 12 pins a game. Carter from Dublin, Ohio, 18 years old.
Remember we talked about that bent elbow and or straight elbow? So Carter does a little bit of the behind the ear, but boy, he is smooth out of it. Right off the palm is a two-hander, but again, a little more like the Chris Vi type two-handed.
Hayden, 17 years old, from Bettsville, Ohio. Both players actually from Ohio.
I'd say that ball took out the 8-pin.
Perfect through 3. Even Steven here.
300, high game.
We haven't seen as much traffic on the left side of the lane on this championship pair, but we have seen this pair to be the one that if it is tighter, it is the left lane.
Absolutely, and Kai, that was a lane he left those few 7-pins on. You know, good shots off his hand. But again, I know I have seen Hayden bowl just a little bit, and when he gets clean out of it, it actually allows that ball to pick up in the right spot. That one seemed to go down the lane just a little bit further, but again, this is, you know, you have a lefty and a righty. They're not in each other's way right now, but Brandon did throw a few practice shots.
Oh, chops to spare. So an open frame here. Let's take a look and see what, maybe we can see what happened here. Just a targeting issue, it looks like to me. 86 in the 4th now.
No, that is not a messenger. That is not a messenger. So don't even mark that down on your sheets. This is just a pin off the board that takes out the 9. Just clarifying.
Okay. Should have never started that poll.
You think I forget.
That's how I get in trouble. Hey, I do have some inside information here about Carter. It says here he's going to attend Wichita State University. So the rich just get richer, I guess.
And his favorite bowler, Parker Bone III. Eh.
Yeah, he might have to bowl his son. Good pin action.
Keeping the ball in play, not overhooking the ball, nor overhooking on the lane. Again, even out of the two-handers and the higher rev players, we have seen manageable ball reaction, right? Not a lot of balls that hook a lot on the back end. And we have seen, honestly, besides Hayden, spare shooting has been very good.
Ooh. 7-pin stands.
Right here, see how he gets that ball where he looks like he's in it still and then gets it out on the lane? That's where the ball does not pick up just that foot or two sooner. The cleaner he is out of it, the more he can actually roll that ball off his palm, and the better that ball gets through the pocket. You knew Hayden would be right back on his spares.
.24-pin lead here through 5 frames for Carter.
Great shot by Hayden. And one thing I want to point out, and we're going to check this out, much cleaner. Watch this ball pick up, come in light and blow the rack. I want to look the next time he's on. I think he is the second person that I've seen on the telecasts today. Thumb first and then fingers. The old Tommy Jones.
Mm-hmm. Light mixing strike.
Right here, testing his area, getting it right and out to about that 8 board.
Perfect through 6. Carter
It's
Street.
amazing through all these shows. The break point on each pattern has been somewhat in the same area, just approaching it a little differently.
Oh, I'm impressed. Front 7.
Very comfortable out there. Loves his reaction. Again, manageable. One of the keys to the flatter patterns. The other part of that is, and we've talked about this, doesn't matter how many revs you have on the ball. Looking at the break point of where people are playing the lanes, if they're successful, just match that up to your game. So when I bowl with Pete Weber, I know I'm going to be a little bit further right of Pete, right? But we can still be getting the ball to 8, 9. So it's a great lesson for everybody to know is you can line up off of somebody, just modify it to match your game. See how far he got that ball out onto the lane, held on to that one. Then I almost thought it might be going in the gutter. Instead, we blow the 5-pin around.
Max score for Hayden is 256. Carter, of course, can max at 300, which would be a perfect game.
And again, I asked, I never got an answer as to if there was any extra scholarship money for a 300, but Jason Thomas is smiling.
He fouled.
Oh, there's a foul. Foul. Oh, he went over the line. Okay.
Was wondering what the delay was here.
Yeah.
Okay.
But makes the spare, so it didn't do anything to him, right? Didn't rattle him whatsoever. What do you do on that, Mike? So if you foul, do you decide that on your next shot you're just going to move back a little bit, or you're going to make a conscious effort about it? What do you do while you're house hacking it up in your hometown of League?
I mean, I don't know. I probably don't do anything and just hope it doesn't happen again with muscle memory. But, I mean, I guess you could move back on the approach a little bit. It does change your ball reaction ever so slightly. I've never really had that problem.
Me neither. Great comeback shots. Not giving up yet. We've got a lot of frames left. Not rattled at all. Proof of how the mental process, and they go through their pre-shot routine and then just refocus on the next shot.
I think if Carter gets this one here in the 8th, he's going to take it off the sheet because I said 300 on the broadcast, so there's the jinx, and then we had the delay in action with the foul. So if he can overcome those two things, he's going to do it. There we go.
It's looking good. Front 8. And we have yet to have a messenger.
Talking with Parker Bone III before the match, he inspired the poll that I ran between the matches of how many messengers would we see tonight between these three power players on tonight's show. So far, 0.
Wow, look at this, front 9. Little fun fact about Carter. You want to know really quickly?
Yeah.
Somebody just texted to me. It says, I found out recently his parents didn't know about competitive bowling before he started. When his dad, Craig, got advice from an elite parent, they said, how do you get him to the next level? And their answer was, start driving. So they drove him to every tournament and camp possible so that he could live his dream.
Well, Hayden Terrace is a great talent, and I love his game, and I can see this kid going on to win at just about every level. But in a one-game match here, he's had a lot thrown at him here.
Yeah, I mean, look, you cannot do anything about somebody coming out and going, hey, by the way, I'm going to throw the front 9 at you, you know? I mean, he had a great week. He adjusted to this. I mean, you know, fouled, come back, make the spare, starts with the triple. So, again, fantastic junior gold week. He is a great talent. He has one more year, I believe, in high school, correct? Yes. He's a senior this year. Has not committed to any colleges, but boy, what a great list. Pikeville, McKendree, Calumet, and Quincy University. So far, he says he is interested in. Big finish. Look at the powerful drive into the line. Telling you, every time he got that ball off his hand clean, read the lane perfect. Man, strong talent. not using a lot of muscle. I mean, that one or two shots, he grabbed just a little bit, but still. I mean, look at the sheer talent, the fundamentals, and the rev rate. Great finish.
Well, congratulations to Hayden Terrace on a great junior gold championships here in 2022. Finishes third. His best finish at junior gold. His best finish before this was in the U12 in 2017. He finished 45th. In U15 in 2019, he finished 54th. So here we go. Let's set it up. 10th frame. Carter Street also was just told to me that he bowled 300 last year at Junior Gold during day 3 qualifying. But to do it here on the TV show, a little bit better than that.
Wow, look at that.
Gets the little off-pocket hit on that one.
Testing the waters here, getting it a little bit further right, just tickling the head pin, but it does not matter. And no messengers yet in this front 10 game.
Carter is a Division I high school state champion, a 3-time SYC champion, a 9-time JTBA champion. Cheers for the Buckeyes, though. I guess that's okay. Looking for the front 11.
Oh, yeah, look at this. Again, just a little light. Look at that. And then just comes in high flush. I'm loving this. Front 11, no messengers yet. All high flush and perfect.
He has already advanced to the championship match against Brandon Bone.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Thanks for clearing that up.
I got a check box here I got to check. Here we go.
Great shot. Come on. Yeah! All right.
There you have it, a 300 game for Carter Street in the opening match.
That is awesome.
U18
Oh
boys, junior gold.
Ladies and gentlemen, a perfect game by Carter Street. And how about a round of applause for Hayden Terrace on his first
Absolutely. Awesome.
Wow.
Look at this final shot. Wow. I mean, he had it going. High flush and light and never wavered. Perfect through 12. And again, may I ask, is there any scholarship, extra scholarship money?
Well, we will find out the answer to that. But Carolyn, how about you go down and do a quick interview?
You guys are bossy. Sure, I'd love to.
All right, Carolyn's going to go down for a quick interview after that 300 game, as Brandon Bone's going to come over and take some practice. Oh, how about that, folks? How awesome was that? 300. Just going to throw it out there, by the way. I knew once he made it through the 8th, he was going to get them all. I think I said that. All right, let's throw it down to Carolyn, who's with Carter.
All right, I am here with Mr. 300, Carter Street. What a way to come out for that first TV match. What was your plan when you got on the TV pair?
You know, I really wanted to throw urethane, but the more and more I threw it on the practice pair and the look I took on the TV pair, I just knew even if I was comfortable with it, they were only going to get harder for me. So I took a little different plan, threw reactive, put some surface on it to try and give myself something. And I really don't know. It just worked.
Okay, and I was going to say you're the only right-hander against 2 left-handers, so basically that pair is yours on the right. How do you feel about that?
That was also a big thing, throwing reactive, knowing I was the only person on that side. I knew that whatever the pair does, it's all up to me. So I didn't want them to get harder on me. I only want them to get easier on me. I don't know if that's possible now, but that was the plan to begin with. So, we will see.
Okay, get over there and regroup, go practice. Great game, good luck. Back to you, Mike.
All right, Carolyn, how awesome is that? Nice interview with Carter. So we look at Brandon Bone coming on here. Brandon, of course, has won twice. He's won in the U12 and the U15 divisions. Looking to win in the U18 division here tonight. Must be defeated twice.
And I repeat, in the chat, no.
Messengers.
There you go. And where would you rather be?
Carolyn. That is
What did you say?
19. Who would have voted for 19 strikes and 0 messengers?
Unbelievable, but there's no place I'd rather be, right, Mike?
Right, no place you'd rather be than junior gold. But Carolyn, you keep messing it up. The question is, what's better than junior gold?
Okay, Mike.
Nothing.
Mike, I think you already know I beat to my own drummer.
I know that.
How exciting. I just, wow.
Here is the final shot one more time. Take a look at this. If you're just joining us, 300 game from Carter Street in our opening match. Moves on to bowl for the title against Brandon Bone. And they're all buddies also. They're all good friends. Carter actually was going over and hanging out with Brandon and Parker and Justin Bone. The other storyline here we have not talked about the Bone family, is that Justin won last week in the U20. Parker went on to win the PBA 50 event this week, his 3rd title of the season, and now Brandon has a chance to win here tonight.
Correct. And Sydney made the show last year.
She did, yep. Almost a Bone sweep this week because Sid made a deep run. Finished 5th in the U18 girls.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Brandon has elected to have Carter start the match. How about a round of applause for our 2 finalists as we begin our championship match in the U18 division of the Junior Gold Championship. Good luck.
Well, what do we think here?
You know what I always think before they even step on the approach. So, of course, I don't think Carter has a bad lane, right? But on the left, I think the left lane has been the one that's a little tricky. But Brandon chose to finish on the left lane.
Yep, he sure did. And now, it used to be the old saying was you bowl a 300 game on television, you have a letdown the next game. Very easy to
Who said that?
it was proven for a while, but I believe in the modern day era, that it's not as much of a proven commodity as it used to be.
Well, I don't think he has stopped. That's number 13. Correct?
Yep, and because he has to defeat Brandon twice, we could see a Sanction 900 series here tonight.
With no messengers.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, 9 shows later.
All right, let's regroup here. So here is Brandon Bone. Looks like he's going to throw urethane on the right lane to start.
Kicks back that 7-pin. Super clean out of it. Way more up the back of it. Not trying to hook it very much. So again, anybody who's just joining us, or if any of our younger players are watching, what has everyone done from U12 all the way up to, we saw it even with U20, right? Manageable ball reaction, not trying to open up your angles too much, and spare what you leave.
Yep, Brandon 17, by the way, from Jackson, New Jersey.
Super high backswing, but weights on it, and then just right. I mean, that's poetry in motion, as well as Carter.
I'll tell you what, if you guys want to have some fun after the telecast, go out to YouTube and watch Brandon's other 2 titles and take a look at his growth spurt that he has. He just keeps getting taller and taller and taller.
Mm-hmm.
So after an opening 13 bagger, Carter Street finally has to attempt a spare.
Good shot, just comes up a little high, leaving the 4-pin. And you heard him in the interview, hoping the lanes, you know, won't change very much, right? He'd still have a look, but 4-pin, just make a little bit of a move. Should be good to go.
Spare ball not getting a lot of use here on the TV show for Carter. Uh-oh. What happened on that shot there, you think?
Just looks like a bad shot. Got it way right. You know, I have to tell you, you had 13 in a row. You have a little bit of a rhythm going. You 4-pin. It changes your tempo. It changes, you know, hey, I got to make a move. So I think that's more mental than it is anything else. But, you know, it was a bad shot. So see if he can cover up the spare. And he does.
What a nice cover that was.
Look at this. Changes to his spare ball. Hits to the left of the head pin. Perfect conversion. Another great shot by Brandon Bone. Looks very comfortable underneath the TV lights. Creating some area out there. Got that one in just a little bit. And I don't know if you noticed too, sitting in the background here, we have Sydney Brummett.
I do.
the coach of Mount Mercy, where Brandon will be attending this fall.
You also see Doug Kent back there as well. Dougie Fresh making an appearance here. He's been here for 2 weeks at Junior Gold. He can't get enough.
Whoa. Whoa from our angle on that one. I think somebody else said whoa, didn't they? Does that look like that got way out? Oh.
That was flirting with the gutter.
That was flirting with the gutter. Came back and just blew the rack.
So Brandon all business here, front 4.
Right back on it, bounces back after an offbeat shot on the left lane. Look at this, has not had to move very much. I would say off that 4-pin, he definitely moved a couple boards left. Great shot.
After doing 15,000 shows with you, I think I've determined the break point. It's 2 boards right of the tracer.
Today it is, yeah.
It's the 8 board.
It's the 8 board. We've been
Yeah.
talking about that for a couple days.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Although, Aaron was a little bit further right of it.
That's true.
Definitely a better shot than the last one on this left lane. But now, Carter could be experiencing some of that, what he talked about, you know, he's got his own traffic there, got to make some moves.
He's only made 1 bad shot through 15 frames. On a sport compliant pattern. Very demanding. Very impressive if you ask me.
Something I've noticed of the new generation, lots of gum chewing.
Yeah, that's true.
Lots of gum chewing. I wonder if that's a to calm the nerves type thing.
Well, I think they all just want to be like Sean Maldonado.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So no perfect game for Brandon. Brandon with the front 4 there. Comes in a little bit light on the head pin.
He's looking a little confused. That did not get as far out as the last shot on that left or right lane. Leaving the 6-pin. Of course, we haven't talked a lot about it also. You know, you're waiting 2 shots. You know what I mean? So you could have thrown it a little bit harder, because one thing you want to tell yourself is don't be too soft.
He electing to hook at it as well.
Just barely getting over there.
Different way to leave the 6-pin there.
Definitely got that one wider. Let's see right here. Can we see it from this angle? Definitely further out. Comes back a little bit stronger, almost kicking out. The 6-9. I'm sorry, 6-8. My God, I'm all confused. I want to say 4-9.
Well, you are married to the president of the IHL club.
Yeah.
So I understand you can't reverse that. Uh-oh.
Oh, crucial.
Hooking at it again.
Now let me tell you, we saw on the right lane, it barely got there, right?
Yeah.
this left lane has been tighter all around because they say it's been hooking early, even the left-hander, right?
Mm-hmm.
Open frame. See if Carter can jump on this.
Cuts the lead to 11.
Great shot, made that move off that 4-pin. Picking up where he left off in the 4th frame.
We call it 21 right now, but if they were both to strike out, he would win by 11, Brandon would. 257 max for Brandon. 246 for Carter. I looked inside a little bit.
Just a little bit, leaving the 4-pin still. Definitely did not get this one as far right. Coming in just a little high, but still a great shot.
Yeah, he missed by like a board down lane. One board.
Thing about it on these flatter patterns, it could seem like 10.
I know.
You know?
It's incredible.
It's magnified.
226 now the max for Carter.
21 pin match.
I think we're going to see Brandon inch a board left and throw a little firmer.
Definitely looked like it was more straight through the fronts. I'd like to see that here. That ball did not get left of 4. The ones that have been peeling are around the 2 board. Little firm.
Yep.
Could be amping it up just a little bit. Needs to definitely reset.
I'm going to tell you something. I talk to all the players before they go to the lanes. While they're practicing, I get more information about them. And I tell them all the same information, so there's no inside information going on here. I shared with the players if at any given time, as a left-hander, you're leaving a 3-pin combo. Nice cover! Brandon covers it up.
Great there, asking for a re-rack on the left lane. Probably very smart to do, to take an extra second and regroup and figure out what do I want to do.
Finish that conversation I had with
Yes.
Brandon. Told him if you start leaving a 3-pin at all, it means you're throwing the ball too hard. I told all the players that you start leaving 3 pins for a left-hander, a 2-pin for a right-hander, you're throwing the ball too hard. You're getting amped up on the show. Just a little insight for him.
Okay.
We just saw Brandon leave a 3-pin combo.
And is this from your bronze, silver certification?
It's from the School of Hard Knocks. I graduated from it 3 or 4 times. Magna cum laude, Box of Rocks University.
It's something we never graduate from, unfortunately,
No,
don't you think?
it's not. You're always learning. You're always making mistakes.
Always, always. Definitely a comeback shot. There he is, getting that ball down the lane and to the left. My counterpart in crime here to my left, Del Ballard, says he shot at that spare, but if you think about it, he would have made that 6-pin with the spare ball, right?
Yep, sure would have.
Something we always talk about, whether you're going to hook at it or throw a spare ball at it. See if Carter can hop on a double here.
Brandon going at
I'm sorry.
217 pace.
Yeah, sorry, start
Carter-
striking.
Yep, start striking. Yep. And no 9-pin to fall.
See what this looks like. I thought at first it was a little slow, but yep, just picking up a little bit sooner. Needs to either make another move, and he will be getting up in the 10th frame on that lane. Time to make another move or Increase the ball speed. I would make the move.
So 215 now, the max for Carter.
I believe he's taking a re-rack also on the left lane.
216 max for Carter, 217 pace for Brandon. 215 actually for Carter.
Bunch of different scenarios.
Yeah, and Carter in this situation, you know, this game, he's bowled a clean game, taking a re-rack here.
Definitely needs to set the tone here. Needs to strike in this frame to set up the 10th. To have any possibility. Well worth the wait. Fantastic shot. Picture perfect. Great ball motion right there. And now he has put himself in good position depending on what Brandon does.
Yeah, he can bowl 215. So the magic number for Brandon Bone is 216. If he fills it with marks with no doubles, he wins.
And if he strikes here, he's on the way.
And he gets it. Well, now the math is on his side.
As long as he gets that ball to the left, comes back light, blows the rack. That's it.
And with that strike,
we have a repeat champion.
well, Brandon has won now at the U12 level, the U15 level, and now the U18 level. As he hugs his brother Justin, who just won the U20 a week ago on the same pair of lanes. Brandon Bone, your champion. #1 seed, gets it done in one game. There's his mom, Leslie. What a week for the Bone family.
Just fantastic bowling. And fantastic bowling from Carter Street.
Yeah, he thrilled us with a 300 game in the opening match.
He is going to be a force to be reckoned with at Wichita State, that is for sure.
I like it how the players are fast tracking through. Once again, congratulations to Brandon Bone on being our champion. Brandon gets to come back and try to repeat his title in this division. He could be a 4-time champion. And then on to U20. He could set the record for the most wins in junior gold history before it's all said and done.
Correct, because he's a young senior. He gets one more year, right?
That's right. For the Bone family, they got to be thinking, is this heaven? No, it's junior gold. They're going to have to get a new house. They're not going to have room for all the trophies.
Or maybe the boys will get a house together and have their own trophy room, right? I don't know. Fantastic bowling by Carter Street as well.
247-202, the final score. Brandon Bone over Carter Street.
It is my pleasure to introduce to you, winning back-to-back titles in the U18 boys division, your 2022 Junior Gold champion, Brandon Bone. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a few photos here real quick. Brandon will do a quick interview, and then we will have our Junior Team USA award ceremony.
It's always tough to come to Junior Gold with high expectations. So many players leave with defeat. Brandon Bone has now come in and conquered Junior Gold for a third time. All the added pressure of the last name, but at the same time, all the access to coaching. But I'll tell you what, nobody works harder than Brandon Bone out on the lanes. As a matter of fact, if you've been hidden under a rock, the Bone family starting a training facility. It is now open. As a matter of fact, Justin's going to help run the training center.
Oh, maybe not. Okay, come on.
And on Brandon's bio sheet, it says right here, what do you want to be when you grow up? He wants to be a product specialist / professional bowler, which is his dad's official title with Brunswick. He's well on his way. We've seen some incredible stories here at Junior Gold. Not only the highly decorated names, but also the unknowns that we got to know and crown champions, such as Isaiah Derflinger this morning in the U12 boys show, Avery Dumigan in the U15 girls show, Sadriana Erb, this is Junior Gold, and this is where memories are made on and off the lanes. But now we've got Carolyn Doran-Ballard standing by with our champion, Brandon Bone.
Okay, I am here with Brandon Bone, the repeat champion in the U18 division for the boys. Okay, my very first question is, what was your game plan coming into tonight?
To beat Carter. No, I shouldn't say that at all. Just to keep patient and, make good shots. All I needed was 10 good shots, and, I threw 8 of them, maybe 9 of them on that spare shot. And that was one of the first single pins I've missed all week. I think that was my third one, and I'll tell you right now, that was my first 6 pin that I missed all week. I was shocked it didn't hook, but I regrouped after the 3-7 and made sure I made that one. So.
Okay, because one thing I did notice is when you did miss the single pin, which I am going to ask you why you hook at it and don't throw straight, kind of like some other guy I know that's a really good bowler. And then you backed it up with the split. Looked like you got a little quick, got it in a little bit. It didn't quite get to the left and read the pattern. What actually happened on that shot?
So I've been working on a little loft, and I came around it, and it didn't hook. And it was a little loft, so I gave it a little loft. It didn't see the lane, and I just knew I needed to make a much better shot on the spare shot, and that's what I did.
Well, you definitely came back with some great shots to win this title, and I'm going to put her on the spot. Don't you go anywhere. Sydney Brummett, come on over here. So this guy here is going to attend Mount Mercy. Come the fall, his coach, Sydney Brummett, PWBA, right? Getting out there, getting ready to win her first title. We talked about that a little bit. What are you looking forward to this fall, having this guy on your team?
Putting me on the spot here. Honestly, I think it's his grittiness, willingness to win. I mean, he had as much adversity as you could imagine thrown at him this week. And then watching his brother, I think, win was exactly what he needed to do it again. So really just the grittiness that he's going to bring to this group of guys. We're really excited to have him.
Excellent. And one more question. What are you looking most forward to at college?
Oh my, that's a difficult question. I haven't had that one thrown at me yet. But I'm looking forward to getting out there with a great group of guys that I call family already. But I will say that I'm gonna miss home and the brand new training center at Howell Lanes, Bonesley Training. We're on the map, and this one's for Tom, Matt, Jeremy. You guys are all in this together, so thank you guys.
Awesome. Well, congratulations. I love watching you bowl, and you're going to do great things this fall. Back to you, Mike.
Thank you, Carolyn. Brandon Bone, he said it, he's going to miss home. You know, they're so close as a family. They do everything together. And when the kids go off to college, that's tough. Leslie's got to stay at home and take care of things on her own. With everybody gone, Parker on the road, kids on the road, that's tough. But our coverage is not over yet. We have the Junior Team USA announcements coming up right here next. Carolyn joins me back in the booth now as we await our Team USA announcements, Junior Team USA.
Yep. So are we wrapping up now or after the announcements?
After the announcements.
Okay, just checking. Just checking.
You don't get the clock out yet.
I don't want to. I want to make sure I'm here for everything, you know?
Yeah, and next year, you know, give me the memo. If I need to bring red long sleeves, put
Well,
under.
it's kind of red, white, and blue, but
It is nice.
I'm a little chilly in the bowling center, so I figured I would just put this small men's shirt that our friend Jason Thomas gave me because I left my pullover in the hotel room. But honestly, it wound up okay, and I was a little bit more warm. Just thought I'd shout, but maybe I will bring you a pullover.
Yeah, I would like the red underneath.
Okay,
you know.
okay, we got it.
Did you get the write-up email yet for not bringing your uniform to work today?
Yeah, no.
Carolyn, I got to tell you, you and I were I don't want to say we were thrown in together last year, but you know, we were chosen to do the shows last year together. I'll put it that way. That's a nice way to put it, I think.
Who drew the short straw?
Exactly.
Okay.
But after working with you for a couple of years now, I don't want to go away from this. I have had a great time with you calling the action on the air for all of Junior Gold.
Thank you. I wish I could say the same.
I know.
I know.
I know.
No, this has been fantastic. I love just watching all of the young talent. You make it very easy to communicate back and forth. We see a lot of the same things, and you know, I know you off the lanes or off air, as you would say, a little bit. So our banter is pretty darn cool. But it is, you got to admit, it really is. You can't walk away. It's kind of like walking away from Disney. Do you know anybody that walks away from Disney and says, gee, I had a bad time,
no.
Right? So you look at Junior Gold, you watch USA Bowling, you watch U12, U15, U18, U20, and you walk away and you're saying to yourself, oh my God, this is fantastic. This is good stuff. This is what the future is. And I think we need to really focus on that because I think we all get caught up in the everyday some drag, you know, that's out there in social media. And
Absolutely.
Really, this is what we need to focus on and use all of this positive energy, put it towards bowling, and move forward.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with you. You know, this event was founded in 1998 and has just grown and grown and grown. And you know, there's the term growing pains. You know, when you try to organize that many people into 8 bowling centers, hour drive here, hour drive there, work with proprietors, centers, do party in the parks, do opening ceremonies, all these different things. Not everything's going to always go right, but the overall Junior Gold, kudos to Gary Brown, the IBC Youth Committee, everybody at USBC, and to everybody that's part of Junior Gold, because a lot of work goes into it, and they do a damn good job.
I could not agree with you more.
Well, this is where we kill time until they do the in-house announcements. I think we might be close over there.
Yeah, they're all standing out there. I think they are ready.
Yep, Junior Team USA announcements. This is always such a cool feeling for each one of the players that get the medal put around their neck and then put on the jacket, because it's Junior Team USA, and to bowl for your country. I've never got to do it. What is that feeling like?
It's unbelievable, actually. I think that's probably one of the coolest things of my career, because when I joined the tour to be a professional bowler, we were not allowed to be on Team USA. We gave up that right once we got a professional card. So, you know, when that opportunity arose, I definitely took advantage of it. And the chills, I mean, just the first of all, the teams I bowled on and were a part of were amazing. Even though I know so many of them, obviously, for so many years, to finally bowl with them as a team instead of against them as an individual, it was just fantastic. And then to win the gold medal after 20-something years in 2011, fantastic. Special.
Awards presentation getting underway. Carolyn and I will come and wrap things up here right after.
USA head coach Kelly Kulik. It's my pleasure this evening to introduce the newest members of Junior Team USA 2023. We'll start with the girls first. She was the number 4 qualifier this week. She's from Florence, South Carolina. Put your hands together for Brianna Rogers. Our number 3 qualifier, she's from Inverse Grove Heights, Minnesota, Brooke Salzman. The number 2 qualifying leader from Greenwood, South Carolina, Haley Lindley. Our number 1 qualifier. She's now going to be a 4-time member of Junior Team USA from Stowe, Ohio, Jillian Martin. The next 2 individuals earned their spot on 2023 Junior Team USA through the tournament this week. She was our runner-up in the U18 girls division. She as well is going to be a 4-time member of Junior Team USA from Ball Ground, Georgia, Annalise O'Brien. And the final member this evening, she's our champion in the U18 girls division. She's a current member of the U15 developmental team for 2022. Now a first-time member of Junior Team USA from Powder Springs, Georgia, Erin Klemenchik. Now on to the boys. We have 2 gentlemen that are unable to be with us this evening. First, number 6 qualifier, Andrew Blaney, and the number 5 qualifier, Jordan Malott. They will both be on 2023 Junior Team USA. The next 2 individuals also earned their spots through qualifying. This was the number 3 qualifier from Kent, Ohio, Chris LeSueur. And our number 2 qualifier, he's from Chicago, Illinois. Put your hands together for Bobby Habitler. final two members for the 2023 Junior Team USA out of Junior Gold. He's the runner-up, bowled a 300 game this evening in the stepladder finals. He's now a two-time member of Junior Team USA from Dublin, Ohio, Carter Street. Our U18 boys champion and now a two-time member of Junior Team USA from Jackson, New Jersey, Brandon Bone. Ladies and gentlemen, one big round of applause for our 2023 Junior Team USA members. On behalf of the staff here with the USBC and Fairlanes, we just want to thank everyone for coming out this past couple weeks. It's been great. Thank you to the 3,600 athletes, their parents, family, friends, everyone. Thank you. Travel safe home. Have a good night, everyone.
Well, there you have it, Carolyn. That's going to be the end of Junior Gold 2022.
Yes, yes, we get to rest up, get ready maybe for Junior Gold 2023.
Yeah.
If, you know, we're asked to come back.
Yeah, maybe we
We're
will
looking
be.
forward to it. Maybe we're making that decision on our own.
Yeah, we're going to negotiate a pay raise for sure. That's going to happen.
Good,
Yep,
good.
yep.
Want to make sure we have include some Starbucks in there and some other things.
Yeah, we'll
but other
price
than that, we're
ourselves
good.
out.
Yeah, exactly. No, this has been fantastic. Again, anybody who watched any of these shows who did not get goosebumps or the warm feeling of bowling with the youth is on the right track. Just missed out on the message. There's really no other way I can say it. I mean, everything is not perfect. Let's face reality, right?
Yep.
But those shows, those emotions from all of those kids from USA Bowling all the way to today was true, real, and pure. And that's what we need to build on.
Absolutely. And my takeaway from this is watching you and the other parents running out shots behind their children. And all of the folks lined up in these bowling centers watching all this great competition. It reminds me of bowling in the 90s and the 80s, PBA and PWBA events with the galleries moving around. It's just, it's great to see. And I want to thank the folks here at Fairlanes and all the centers for being great hosts here in Grand Rapids this year. An announcement's coming out, I believe, next week for Junior Gold next year. So we will announce that next week. Stay tuned to bowl.com for those information and all of the USBC social media.
Okay.
We also need to thank all the volunteers. Rob did it on an announcement, all the great volunteers that were part of Junior Gold this year. There were hundreds of them. We also want to thank everybody that's put this broadcast on, including Jason Thomas, Brian Kane, Emil Williams Jr., Caleb. We want to thank Curtis Von Kruger as well for helping out, running the cameras. These Junior Gold shows are really top-notch for what we can do in a live streaming capacity. So thanks to everyone that's helped out there. We want to thank the USBC board, the BPAA board. We want to thank all the great sponsors out there that help support Junior Gold. They've been all over the Massey unit. You've seen them throughout all of our streams. And we want to thank you, the Bowl TV community, for being a subscriber here on Bowl TV and being part of this with us and always interacting with us in the chat. So, Carolyn, I'm going to ask you one last time. What's better than Junior Gold?
And nothing.
Nothing is better than Junior Gold.
But I think there are two things we didn't cover.
Okay.
Quickly. I want everyone to have safe travels as we all leave to go back to our homes throughout the country. And by the way, 0 messengers.
0 messengers on that show. Yeah, Parker Bone, thanks for that one, buddy. It was his idea. All right, everybody. For the crew here, my name is Mike Flanagan. Thank you, CDB. We will see you next year from Junior Gold. Travel safe, everybody.